Hola. It's Monday. I always refer to Monday as Motivation Monday. Nothing special in particular. I'm actually just getting ready to head to the donation center to donate. Today's a day off, so don't really have much planned, but the topic consistency had popped in my head a little earlier, so I wanted to talk about that and how staying consistent is the key to a lot of things as far as results. So a lot of times people see the end result and they think sometimes that it's luck or, lucky you or whatever, but many times that's not even the case, because it's all about consistency. The habits that you, whether good or bad, the habits that you make, the choices that you make, the choices, they have consequences, whether good or bad. So sometimes you don't have to have everything all at once. And sometimes it's best if you don't have everything at once, because sometimes you may not have anything to show for it, because it's kind of like a lump sum. It can easily quickly go, but if you gradually, make consistent steps over time, you can see it, the results of whatever you're doing increase. And you obviously know the time and effort that it took to see those results, so you respect it a little bit more. But in terms of investing, it's kind of where I'm really hitting at. Staying consistent with investing, not just something that has to be done. Because when people talk about like retirement and long term, those are usually the efforts of days, months, years, decades of staying consistent. And then you throw on compound interest on top of that. It's like magic. But obviously, with all of that time and effort, it didn't happen overnight. But through consistency, through investing, the market, all those kind of things. So, and I would say the same thing like for health too. Your health, like a lot of times if we're, we get into like bad health or circumstances, all it's been is just bad diets. Years, decades of not eating the right foods, and then eventually catches up to you. But it's kind of like if you incorporate some good behaviors, food choices over that same period of time, likelihood to be in really good health, and your body will reward you for that. The same thing with exercise, your body will reward you for that, but you gotta stay consistent. The thing about being consistent is once it becomes a habit, you don't have to think about it. It becomes a no-brainer. And it's a part of who you are at that point. But that goes back to what I said before, whether good or bad habits. So of course we'd like to have more good habits than bad habits, for quality of life, your wellness and all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, and it's especially when you think about not just investing but personal finance. staying consistent with your money. Know how much you're earning. Budgeting. I think that's the biggest thing in budgeting. You got to know where every dollar is going. The money comes in, the money leaves out. But the most important thing is you got to pay yourself first. When you think about it, you're going to work 40 hours, maybe more, and you're working to pay bills, really. So you got to pay, your rent or your mortgage, your electric bill, your water bill, your car payment, car insurance, food. All this stuff requires money and requires hours of your life to sustain yourself. So you got to know where that money's going. You got to stay consistent with budgeting your money. Especially investing a portion of your money. Like I said, you got to pay yourself first. Because think about it, you're the one that's putting these hours in. You're the one that's earning this money. And the first thing we want to do when we get paid is go pay everybody else except ourselves. Oh, well, this bill's got to be paid. Let me go ahead and pay that. Which I'm saying you got to do that regardless, but even if it's nothing but like $5 or $10, put something aside for yourself. Like I said, it may not seem like much now, but consistency over time, it'll add up, and you'll have a nice nest egg or whatever. Whether you're choosing to save or invest it, preferably invest it, but just those little things that it's got to be a habit. Like, let's say if you got let's say you have like a subscription to whatever that costs, let's say maybe $30 a month or something like that. So now it's that time of the month for that $30 bill, and now you got to think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna pay that because I like the service, I like the subscription. I want to pay that so I can keep enjoying that subscription, whereas Netflix or whatever streaming service, because it brings value to you. But at the same time, you got to think about, does this subscription, does it have a public traded stock? Can I invest? Can I put $30 towards that, maybe $30 into the company? If I really like something, put your money to what you like, because you're a consumer. So if you really like something, go ahead and support it even more. That way it can make you some money later down the line through dividends and increased price share. But that's all it is, man. It's easier said than done, but I say everybody has good and bad habits. Some things you just gotta want it for yourself. You gotta make it a priority. And stay focused, because the thing is everywhere around you, whether it's through commercial or just being out and about, there's advertisements. Everybody wants your money. They want your money. Throwing you a commercial, advertisement on a commercial, ads on the internet, ads on YouTube, all that stuff. They want your money, so you have to say, well, I want some of my money too. So if I am gonna give people my money, I want to make sure I got something to show for it too. Because it's like them saying, like, hey, you work 40 hours this week, we got all these advertisements, let us get your money. Now, understand that is how the economy works. The economy works off of spending. But you gotta be selfish with your money sometimes. Now, sometimes it's fine if you want to reward yourself, buy yourself something, but you gotta keep a lot more for yourself, or a small portion to yourself, just so you don't feel like you're constantly working just to pay bills. And I think that's about all I got. You know, stay consistent, stay focused, stay locked in. And over a period of time, years, decades, those small sacrifices, they'll pay off in a bigger way. But it needs time for you to see those results. All right, I'm out. I'm actually pulling up to the donation center now. So let's go in here and make this $50. And that money's gonna be, it's not gonna be spent, but it's gonna be saved. So, and that's just delayed gratification in itself. You gotta have a goal for your money, a plan for your money. So when you get it, you don't have to think about it. You already had a plan for it. All right, I'm out.